All right, about 5 minutes till line's in. Sun's coming up. Got some south wind coming out today. It's supposed to pick up throughout the day. It's probably gonna be pretty windy, so I'm gonna have to fight that. But the first spot, gonna start off with some top water, probably whopper popper. About 6 or 7 rods rigged up, Ned rig, jig. Got some top water stuff rigged up, spinner bait and a crankbait. Rip it through these trees here. Got some good rip wrap on the other side. Channel swing bank with some rocks, so hopefully the wind doesn't get too out of hand and too annoying. Feeling confident. We'll see how it goes. One other guy launched same spot as me but went the other direction. So pretty much have this whole area to myself right now. Got about 10 minutes before a boat tournament launches, so I think there's 40-50 boats supposedly in this tournament, so hopefully we don't run into too many boats on the way, but see if we can catch some big ones. About 10 seconds till line's in. Starting with the old whopper plopper. Line's in. Looks like the water's down a little bit from last weekend. Looks like it's down a good 6 inches or so, which is surprising because we got some rain, so might have the dam turned on. First bite. Oh, this one there. Nice. Throw a square bill around for a minute. Doesn't seem like they're too eager on the top water. Gotta get that. Yes. Good one. Flipping the creature bait. $17.25. Pretty solid one. I was flipping a creature bait on these trees. Alright, so I pulled off a little bit deeper. Starting to see a lot more, some bait balls, some crappie. So maybe the bass pulled off a little bit. Like I said earlier, I think it seems odd that the water is a little bit lower than last week and we got some rain, so I don't know if they're running the dam and they're pulling these fish off a little more shallow, or if these bait fish are just showing up. The wind is pushing my way, so it should push them over here. My plan was to catch a couple largemouth in these trees and then head out to the points for some smallmouth. Predominantly a smallmouth lake, but thought I might be able to get a couple unpressured largemouth in. Whoop. Flipped a lot of those trees, didn't get any other bites. Start throwing this square bill around these rip-rap banks. A couple more of these trees left. I'm gonna look around them real quick and then move on. Got a drum. $13 3/4 on the Ned rig. Throwing an X zone, the nest worm. I like these ones because they float. Good presentation on a drop shot. There she is. Got a couple bites right here, so I sit on this spot for a second. I think they're small ones, but I'll take them. Some good rocks and some bait fish being pushed up on this little point. Another smaller one off the same point. $12.5. All right, so far we got a 17, 13 3/4, and a 12 3/4. Out of my drop shot worm I was throwing. All right, see if we can grab a couple more out of this spot. Flip around and throw an anchor down right here. It's a good ledge. Of course, right when I anchor down, I get snagged. I'm gonna throw a jig down it real quick. Sitting on another point here. Gonna throw this drop shot around for a second. See if that's kind of the pattern. There's some bait fish on this point, so should be fish, hopefully. Can't seem to get anything, get them to bite anything that's moving. So it might be a Ned rig and a drop shot kind of deal. All right, I'm gonna make a move across. Got a couple brush piles of fish over here. Switch up a couple lures, see if that does anything. Just need 2 more. Just wanna get a limit today. As you can see, it's quite windy. Not really sure where to go. I'm kind of stuck on this side now. Probably shouldn't have switched sides. Let's see if I can get back in one of these coves. Stopped out of the wind for a second. Have some lunch. And then we'll see, maybe go back to that spot where I caught 2 off of, but I don't know if I can get back there with the wind. We'll see what the wind does. We're sitting at like 15, 17 mile an hour with 25, 27 mile an hour gusts. So pretty brutal, but see if we can figure it out. All right, I'm gonna make a run across. Go back to that point where I caught a couple of that. I think there's gonna be some more piled up on there. Let's hope so, because this wind is brutal. I don't think it should be as bad on the other side. All right, made it back to the other side. Way less wind over here, so that's nice. I'm gonna sit on this point for a little bit, see if I can just pick 2 off. I just need 2 more for a limit. Last cast. Of course. Oh, great. Came off. About sums up my day. Did alright at first, but kind of struggled towards the end. It was real windy. Couldn't really get to the spots that I wanted because of the wind. Not sure if I'm going to come back here tomorrow or I need to go check out a different spot. All right, y'all, day 2, Melvern Lake, Kansas Bass and KKA State Championship. Struggled pretty bad yesterday. Only got 3 fish on the board, so kind of out of the running for everything. So just gonna have fun today, go for some different fish. Caught all largemouth yesterday, gonna switch it up, go for all smallies today. Launching at a different ramp, complete different side of the lake, so gonna try some different structure today. Yesterday, what I was trying wasn't working out too well, so we'll see how it goes. But main goal is today, just have fun, hopefully catch a big one, and put some fish on the board. See you out there. Got 2 minutes till launch. Gonna make my way out, try to hit some main lake rock points. Getting attacked by mosquitoes. 3 minutes till line's in. Basically what I'm doing today is just hitting channel swing points. It's pretty hot yesterday, so I don't know if the fish pulled off a little deeper. We're gonna give that a try. All right, line's in. Starting off with some top water, whopper plopper, a million mosquitoes. Wish I had some bug spray. Big bite. Switch it up to the spook. See if that does it. Nothing on the top water yet. Gonna throw a little small deep diving crankbait. All right, well, nothing in the first spot. Came across this point, saw a decent amount of fish sitting on it, hopefully the bass. Drag a Ned rig across it. Giant. Gotta get this guy on the board. Another specialty homemade breakfast burrito today. All right, time to get back at it. Big old giant drum. God damn. Biggest catch of the day. Big old drum. Fishing a heavy wobble head with a crawl on it. Basically reeling it in like a crankbait, just banging it across the bottom. A couple bites on it so far. Check out the stripes on that thing. Well, second fish on the wobblehead, not a bass. All right, that's it. Last tournament of the year. It's all over. Final tournament in the books. As you've seen, it was a big struggle. Just couldn't really find where they were or what they wanted. The first day, only got 3. Only one tiny little guy today. Only submitted 4 fish for 2 days. It was pretty rough deal, but just got to get better and practice some more on smallmouth. Melvern Lake, mainly a smallmouth fishery. Kind of my first time really targeting smallmouth, so not the greatest at it, but put in a good effort and just didn't pan out. So I think I know some different techniques that'll be better for next time. So that is officially the end of the KKA and Kansas Bass Nation season. So we'll see where we ended up AOY points wise. Probably not too hot, but probably right in the middle of the pack for both. So not too bad for the first year. So looking forward to next year. Got some upgrades to make. Maybe throw a motor on the kayak. A couple different upgrades. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll see you then.